Yo, yo. Yo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. The VOD. Looks like settings are good. Make sure mic looks good. Chat looks good. I gotta adjust my Santa hat. Alright, what's up? Welcome. So, Rogue, what up, dude? Hell yeah, glad you could be here. Maybe we get over here. Vice, what's up? Welcome back. I'll figure it out. Yeah, so we came back and we were brewing a lot of different rack decks. You know, we tried blue and white and some Wrenn and mono black and stuff. But right now we are just gonna 100% focus on Wrenn and Six Rack, which is actually Wrenn and Seven Rack now. So we'll see how that goes. We've talked about it a lot, but the thought process is you know, color aside, is Wrenn and Six the best 2-drop really for us? You know, 8-rack doesn't have any permanents that do anything. You know, the racks don't really do anything active. Ensnaring Bridge doesn't do anything active. So only Liliana the Veil is really our only active spell in active permanent in mono black. So just having a 2-drop planeswalker that not only pings, you know, is -1 and a -7, you know, killing mana dorks, as well as providing a win con with the -7, you know, that's good enough. But being able to get a land back. So Wrenn and Six is certainly really well synergizing with Raven's Crime, Smallpox. We've done a lot of tweaking with the land. I'll talk to you about a little bit now. So we looked at, you know, Frank Carson's article with the hypergeometric probabilities and wanted to make sure we could get red-green on turn 2, you know, over 92. It's 92.4%. If you go to the Discord under resources, you can see, you know, his famous mana article. So I'll talk a little bit about that and how we got to where we are now. But this is a little updated version. And with this version, the thought is we don't want to miss. It's all about, you know, the 4 Wrens and Sixes and how they synergize with the rest of the deck. So we have, this is your red-black sources, 5 here. So 3 Black Cleave, 2 Blood Crypts. Black Cleave super nice, but 4 I think is too many. So just stick with me. You have your 5 red sources there. Blooming Marsh, Overgrown Tomb, Nurturing Peatland. Okay, so green gives us access to Nurturing Peatland, which is certainly a valuable aspect of playing Wrenn and Six. And since we need the green source, it's basically the 2 Nurturing Peatland. Let me know if my sound's messed up or anything. Yeah, we're just going to be playing Wrenn and Six for sure. The 2 Nurturing Peatlands are like the Black Cleave. So we have the 2 Nurturing Peatland, and then we added a Blooming Marsh instead of the 4th Black Cleave Cliff. So this basically balances out. Might be quiet. Okay, hopefully not too much. I'll try to talk right into the mic. So here we go. We got 5 red, 5 green, and then we got now we have 9 fetches. So that brings us up to 14 sources for green and 14 for red, which gives us, you need 13 sources to hit a 1 colorless and 1 green on turn 2, for example, at 92.4%, which is a pretty good threshold in the intervals of mana. And then if you want to do red-green, you basically add 1 to that. So you need 14 sources of red, 14 in green to hit the red-green. Raise the mic volume. Surprised you can't hear it. It should be mic on. Is anybody else having trouble hearing it? Bike says audio is good. Is the background music too loud or anything? Well, anyways, you can turn it up. Hopefully you can hear me. But back to the mana sources. So now we got 14 green and 14 red. So we can hit Wrenn and Six now on turn 2 solidly as far as our mana base goes. The problem is obviously this costs us health compared to regular 8-rack. So got to take that in mind. You're hurting yourself pretty bad here. You pretty much got to fetch shock twice. And part of Wrenn and Six is you want to make sure you have a fetch. So you have 9 fetches. So ideally you have at least one fetch, one of these other ones, and then that hits you Wrenn and Six perfectly in mana base. As far as black, the Urborg, everything is black. So it's not like you need the Urborg for a mutable or something. So the Urborgs are there pretty much to prevent the life loss from nurturing peatland or fetches. So basically, if you're in a matchup where life matters a lot, then later in the game or early in the game, you need to be basically not fetching maybe, or tapping your fetches directly for black. And similarly, you don't want nurturing peatland wrecking you if you can't sack it. So the Urborgs are there for protection. 2 swamps, you want to have some form of basics. So this is where we're going to see how the deck really works out. So far, we've been decent against Blood Moon decks, but not nearly as good as Mono Black. So it could just be some luck, could be some other stuff. So, but we like the Baron more. So talking with Wrenn and Six synergy, the Nurturing Peatland requires you to play your land for the turn and sack it and play another mana. So it kind of hurts you 2 mana, because it does hurt you 2 mana. But with Baron Moore, it's way better with Wrenn and Six. So if you get Baron Moore going with Wrenn and Six, it's great. It's great synergy. So that's kind of how we got back to where we're at main board. Few things I want to work on or tweak. So we just recently dropped a push main board. We had 4. And you got to think pushes are good here because we have a lot of fetches compared to regular 8-rack. So the push was pretty strong, but we went to 3 and we added a 7th rack, a 4th Shrieking Affliction. So we're Wrenn and 7 racks now, and we're going to see how that hangs. Cards to cut potentially would be the Mind Rake or Culligans or a land. After that, maybe a Wrenn. So we have about 4 or 5 cards that are maybe cut. The only ones I think maybe add would be like 1 Lightning Bolt. I play 1 Lightning Bolt in paper right now. We'll see. Sideboard, I'm a big fan of ley lines. That's a discussion for another time. Frank, what up, man? Merry Christmas. So I'm keeping the ley lines in. As far as creature removal, we went with a couple plagues. Basically, the Plague Engineer versus Bantus. Bantus is better, obviously, versus Eldrazi or Jund or Death Shadow. But Plague is pretty versatile in token matchups or tribal or go wide. And Goblins is actually pretty popular. And we're doing pretty good versus Grixis Death Shadow anyways. So maybe we don't need the Bantus. So we have to we're testing to see if we got Eldrazi Tron back. We got to get into a good matchup. But this list is pretty close to being a pretty solid list. I'm just going to keep playing it. I'm just playing it online, just playing. Just how you got to do it. But I feel like I'm learning something even just goldfishing basically every time. So let me make this trade with Mana Traders, and then we'll just play some games. So I'm hitting up Mana Traders right now, and we'll get it. Does anybody have any questions? This is going to be the only version of ARAC I play for a little while now. So we're just going to focus on this version. As far as other notes, last thing, I've been rambling, but one last thing is the Magic Fest coming up in Phoenix, which is in February. It's not too far of a drive. Is Pioneer, and we've been getting into Pioneer. So we're probably going to be playing Pioneer often. So you might see some Pioneer streams just through January. We play Grixis Control in Pioneer. Right now it's one needle. For planeswalkers that are super annoying, we basically have the abrupt decay and the pithing needle. So instead of multiple pithing needles. That was weird. Big time delay. Okay. Well, I might have just been looking at older chat too. Oh, you mean when you see it pop up? Yeah, that's about right. I don't know if you can even get it lower than No, ask the questions. More pithing needles might be right. We're in the very early testing phase of this, but I will say that it runs pretty darn smooth in general. So we'll keep this 6-lander. It's got what we want, which is basically a fast land and then a fetch. And this will get us there to Wrenn Sense counterspell. So we'll keep this mulligan of Culligans. See, if I knew what I was up against, I might not Raven's Crime here. Well, he's down. But, you know, sometimes... Tash99, what up? Thanks for the follow. If this was against Burn, it'd probably be better to fetch and wait. Or play the fetch and then end step get a shock tapped. I mean, on their turn. Because life loss is just so important versus certain matchups. But since we're going first here... okay, so we're up against some snow deck. Could be a snow mid-range, snow control, probably Snoko of sorts. So hopefully he doesn't have a way to counter this Wrenn. Or oh, he's got a Thoughtseize. Ah, okay. So him taking Wrenn hurts us big time. We were hoping he'd be more like a green control-y type deck. But he's kind of low on cards, and we got decent ones coming, so we just need to draw into it. Hitting the Wrenn hurts for sure. Well, it does against regular 8-rag, right? But no, well, it certainly gives you a good chance to win with the rest of the strategy going. This looks like a good setup for him to beat us, though. Culligan's is great versus Stoneforge because it can kill Stoneforge and the artifact. Probably still Lily Edict here, but Culligan's is really good in that situation. Yeah, so Lily Edict has to be the play here. Culligan's making him kill, discard. I think he probably just has another Stoneforge. He dumped his Astrolabe, which makes you think he doesn't have Oko or anything. You have to save the Culligans. It can at least kill the artifact and make him discard. I'm certainly not going to make myself discard Culligans here in this matchup. Not in this situation we're in now. So ideally now we have a rack and we have Lily, so defense. The Stoneforge is really tough because obviously it gives him a card back too. So it's very strong against rack strat. If he has another Inquisition or something, that would be pretty painful. Okay, just a bolt. We pretty much have to save the Culligans. He doesn't want to play as Lily. Kind of want to take it since we have... No, make him play Lily. If he plays Lily, makes us discard Culligans, though. That'll be pretty lame. And he has decent draw to get back into this. Let's just take Lily. I think it's too risky to burn the peatland because we're going to need to keep Culligans. Alright. We got Batterskull, Snow-Covered Mountain, and Unknown. Okay, Batterskull and a Snow-Covered Mountain. Just making him discard isn't really getting it there. God, this is risky. Kind of need to ping this peatland. Ping it for a land and then rack. Or Ravens, that would be even riskier. I really want to get the discard off this. He's going to call in Batterskull next turn, and it's basically a creature. We're going to want to be able to Culligans it then. Too risky. Too risky. The fact we know he's going to Batterskull next turn, we want to have Culligans ready. If we can kill Batterskull and make him discard, that'll be great. Because ideally, or according to that line of thought, he's going to play 2 cards this turn. So he's already going to be risking his rack range. Now we have 2 racks. It's making him think, but he's going to have to go for it. It's certainly the play for him to just play Batterskull. Land, Batterskull, pass. This is worse for us. Whatever he's doing is worse for us. Yeah. Do we risk it now and just take it? It doesn't have... Okay, it doesn't have haste. Blooming Marsh. Oh, Mind Rake, baby. Yeah, let's just hit him with the Mind Rake. Beautiful. Good opportunity where Mind Rake's better than Wrench Mine. Bam! Now he's under double rack. Double rack Hellbent versus some tokens. I like our chances. And not only is the Culligan's great for everything we do, but he's at 13 health under double rack max effect. So he's at a 2-turn clock. But Culligan's ping for 2. It's now, excuse me, he was on a 3-turn clock. With Culligan's, it makes it a 2-turn clock. So kill, discard here, and this Culligan's is really going to make the difference in more than just 2 damage. So this should be GG for us. Target player discards and 2 damage. Boom, boom. Boom. So he got our Wrenn right off the bat, and our whole hand was based around Wrenn and 6, and we were still able to battle back here. Looks like. Yeah. So GG. And we did mull here, so. Racked him. All right, so he's got spirits. I'm glad we saw those because I was not expecting them. I think that Warren's bringing in some Plague Engineers. Culligan is nasty. So let's bring in Culligan and Plague Engineer. Was Raven's Crime getting us there? Not sure. This is a great time to talk about sideboard. If you do a Apostrophe guide, you can see my sideboard guide. And we really don't have any plan for this deck yet. I guess some combination of the single discard. Smallpox is probably not amazing. Maybe we don't board much. Maybe we don't overboard here. A couple Plague Engineers. Do we even need to bring the Plague Engineers? I mean, the Culligans is obviously strong. Yeah, I mean, with Raven's Crime, we probably should. Pithing Needle might be really good in this matchup, just in general. I feel like if we're kicking... Just trim on some small stuff. I don't know if Plague Engineer is worth bringing in here. I apologize. This is the whole reason we're testing, though, is we need to work on our sideboard. Pithing Needle seems good. Probably better than Plague Engineer. We're just going to submit. Maybe he'll win and we'll get a chance to think about it again. This hand kind of sucks, but against... If he's got discard, that's pretty good. I think we're going to keep it. Pretty shitty, but... if he fetches Inquisitions, then it's a great keep. No, keep chatting. Not good, not good. Okay, Mind Rake is a solid piece of the puzzle here. I think I'm going to shock in a rack effect here. You always got to play from the chance of topping Wrenn also. That's one thing I've learned in my countless testing. Sometimes you play like, well, I don't have Wrenn, so you don't play your lands exactly how you need, and then you draw it, and you're like, well. So we're going to go fetch. At some point we're fetching, and at some point we're crypting. So I think we're going to go ahead and just take the 2 here. Probably better to save the life, but let's just go ahead and use some mana. Next turn, we could consider Mind Raking Overloaded. So this is a good example of Mind Rake Overload being decent. If we top another land, did he not hit a land? Oh, Smallpox, baby. Okay, we hit another land. So let's say we Mind Rake in an overloaded state right now. We don't really need to since he didn't hit a land. I guess there's no really need to. So let's play a little safer on our life and get this Lily down and this rack down. Okay. I like that. If he had played a land for sure and, you know, just normal deck stuff, his deck is strong and was ramping up, Mind Raking right then might not have been wrong. Overloading the Mind Rake. We have an extra land to pitch. We could pitch 2 land. Probably pitch 1 land and a Lily. But that's a ramp into Lily the next turn. So it's like turn 1 rack, turn 2 Mind Break, turn 3 Lily. That's a... Let's see if he hits... This is great. If he hits a Inquisition on our Lily, and... either way, we're going to be able to get a Lily down, and now we have to worry about engineered explosives. And of course, like I said, we got to land in the yard for Wrenn. Very important. And you're like, we don't have Wrenn, but yes, trust me. I've only played maybe now about 50 matches with this, which is a reasonable amount, and that's a big lesson I've learned that I would pass to a new player. Lily, discard other land, probably. Yeah. We don't want him to discard. He could have a hard removal for Lily, like a Celestial Purge or some bullshit. And he's obviously worried about our racks since he just used one on Shrieking. It probably was just a desperation play because he has no land. But I want to keep the other Lily in this situation. In some situations, you might say definitely pitch this Lily and keep this land for Raven's Crime shenanigans or whatever other land shenanigans you're going to do. A future turn, perhaps. Oh, wow. Hit the Shrieking. Well, we're going to play Lily anyways. So his plan here is to surgical our rack effects. It's a solid plan. I'm glad we have one down. Our other way to win is just Wrenn. So if he gets a second surgical off... Okay, he's fighting off pretty good. Ooh, the Baron, I like it. We're going to have to discard something. So if we pull something good with this Baron, it'll be Lily that we discard. Not good. He did good taking our Mind Rake there as well as surgicaling our rack. Let's hold the tomb. Hey, we got there. GG. We had the rack stuff going. Let's draw some cards. Next card. Hey, draw a card. Well, Magic's bugged. Alright. Well, GG. Let's play another. Welcome, peeps. We just stream 8-rack here. Other black stuff. Play some Legacy Pox sometimes. Black-based Pioneer list. Ooh, this is a pretty shitty one-lander. We're gonna have to mulligan this. So we're definitely going to pitch a land. And remember, you want a fast land and a fetch. This Urborg is a good additional. So I've been just taking the lead of others in Pioneer. I play Grixis Control right now. Very similar to the list you see on MTG Goldfish. I play with 4 baby Jaces, Kalidas, Glorybringer, then like 4 Thoughtseize, 4 Fatal Push, 4 Opt, some amount of other shenanigans. Of course, I have shenanigans. It's Puff deck. It's gonna be shenaniganery. But yeah, I just play Grixis controlled. Oh, Frank, you don't want to play? That's gonna be fun to test against. F. Bavasso is my recently acquired Pioneer testing partner. A veteran racker, of course. Huh. Okay, remember we want to keep a fetch, so we're not going to double Ravens here. For the sake of life loss, just play this. Get rid of that. Pass the turn. Nah, you're going to run over, man. I'm going to slow deck. I'll be like, oh, I opt. Let me look at my cards. You'll be like, I have a bunch of zombies. I don't care what you do. Is that a good prediction of the future of our Pioneer testing? Well, Magic Fest Phoenix is in February, and I have family in Phoenix, so I'll go back there. Card on the top of their library. Oh, shit. I just got Chittering Ratted. So, is there any of these I don't want? Lily seems pretty good here. So I'm gonna fetch now, so I know what's on top. So I'm gonna fetch a tomb, untap. Look, no. Okay, put a card on the top of my yard. I'm just gonna put Urborg, and then I'll Lily Edict next turn. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Pioneer. So as far as our stream is very chill anyway, so welcome all new people. But we usually play Rack, but we're happy to talk about all kinds of different strategies. We have our 8-rack underground Discord, which has evolved into just kind of a general Magic Discord. Damn, you got a setup going for Magic Fest New Jersey. Hell yeah. Well, I know Martha's going to that too. I was kind of pissed. There's no Magic Fest Los Angeles. It just must be too expensive. I was looking at the list this year. I was like, okay, there's Phoenix, Los Angeles. It's just too expensive. There's not one in San Diego either. So my closest and only Magic Fest is Phoenix. All right. So we're in a decent spot here versus Mono Black Devotion type list. He's at 4. He's probably going to play land. Another big creature would be fine. This is kind of annoying, though, I must say. When is Cleveland and Mackie? They were a lot of fun. Magic Fest and all that stuff. They are a lot of fun. I actually think this is the best play right now because I want to keep the Shrieking. Oh, cool. Yeah, you got a group from that store? Hell yeah. Oh, Magic Fest are damn a lot of fun. Oh, we didn't have another one. Yeah, boy. Okay. You are in trouble. Playing Pioneer with Regisar, Asylum Villager, Last Hope. Like it. Hell yeah. That's what's up, man. You should come by our Discord, our 8-rack Discord. We talk about Pioneer all the time, especially a Pioneer list that's as 8-racky as that. We have another land in the yard, so I'm actually going to play this fourth land. Not sure why. It might come into play here. But yeah, if you do, I think the Discord link should be good if you do Apostrophe Discord. But if you go, it's modern 8-rack Discord, but other formats, we talk about Pioneer all the time and deck lists. So that's pretty sweet. Have you just been doing online testing, or you just been playing in paper? Okay. Let's go ahead and get this in the yard. So we can make him hellbent here and get rid of gray. I think that's the best thing. Kind of sucks to lose Lily, but you know. Wrenn is our new girl. Do I just keep it around? No. Now that we got Wrenn and Shrieking, she'll just slowly... The 2 is more annoying. If he wasn't hellbent, I'd probably consider keeping it. Hell yeah. That's what's up. Has it been working pretty good? We're going to need some more gas here. The 1 rack is pretty slow right now. At least we know he's hellbent. Made him ditch a gray. That's good. Alright, we need to draw some of our gas here. Yeah, it's Mono Black Devotion. We were kind of calling it from the get. Those Chittering Rats were... It's pretty slick. Clockwork, what up? It's all about the fancy hat. Oh, I mean... Well. So you don't have a flash creature. I don't think so. Mono Black Devotion. Alright, this is a pillow fight here. Take that. Shrieking Affliction. Bam. Got a Phyrexian Rager. His top decks are way nicer than ours, yeah. Ouch. Wrenn is not going to be long for this world much more. Oh no! Wrench Mind. Okay, so he is on a 4-turn clock. If I get 1 ping with Wrenn, I need 2 pings to make it a lower clock. Yeah, if you want to send a link, I would love to check it out. I'll show you my Pioneer list. Well, if we could draw any more dead, geez. But it's okay. We keep this land back. We have now 3 discards for him. So we're still on a slightly faster clock than him. He's on 4 turns starting now. We're on 4 turns starting the next turn. And he's probably going to take a full turn of that off to kill Wrenn. Or if he starts going phase, we'll just ping him. But I don't think he would do that. Oh, yeah. I just saw when I played Standard, 4 years ago when I got back into Magic, I played Black-Green Delirium. Ishkana, Graph Widow, Grimflayer. And I saw that's 5-0ing some Pioneer lists with Emrakul. You said Emrakul made me think about him. I know you said Whispers Emrakul, but it made me think. So I might play a Black-Green Delirium list again. If that has any legs and could do something, I really like that list. I like the art of everything, like the green and the swamps and shit. The Bloodstain is a guaranteed discard. The Inquisition has definitely got to go. Now, in hindsight, the one ping off Wrenn would have put him in range. I almost don't want to do this. If he holds a land, we're going to have to top a land twice. I almost want to just hold the smallpox. No, because it's a devotion to 1. I'm actually going to keep the fetch since we have pushes in our list, though. Pox is loose there. Ideally, you'd wait, because now he can get out of shrieking range. Luckily, we have Raven's Crime, so any land gets us. Essentially, everything in our deck is going to contribute towards our game plan right now, which is one of the very cool things about 8-Rack. They all kind of have a dedicated purpose, and just about everything I draw here should cause him to discard. Now, I could use the Baron, but that's just too risky. Most likely, I'll get something, but I don't even want to think about what I could possibly draw that wouldn't do it. So I'm going to just dump Baron. But if I was playing with myself, I would probably just cycle the Baron and know that the next card is going to help. Just trying to get the win here, though. Once you've reached this phase, the 24 lands in your deck help. No, I didn't see the altered wrench mine. When did you post it? Boots up Facebook. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Let him think about this wrench mine decision. I mean, Raven's Crime. It's not a big decision. Oh yeah, you posted with those few other cards, like the Crypt, Tormod's Crypt. Yeah, you're right, Frank. I realized that after I was mentioning, like, what is he thinking about? Like, oh, he's thinking about his life decisions. He's thinking about a lot of things. They're not Magic. They're not about this board state. So of course, this is what we're gonna draw is a land. So, as I mentioned, everything goes towards the game plan of getting a discard. There's no... Okay, well, you know he's got creatures. Push was good. I don't think Plague was good. I didn't see enough versatility there. Fulminator's bad. Our list in general is pretty good against him. I think probably like a Ravens, maybe Inquisition and a Ravens, just a little, some value, lose out on some value. The extra Culligans is probably a little loose. Oh, that didn't work? Yeah, look, make sure it says doesn't expire. I think mine expired like, maybe it only did it like for 2 months or something. I thought I had it infinite. Okay. So we're playing against a black deck, so you can't get excited about hands and you can't think about mulling as often as you would. This is like a perfect hand in general, but the fact he's black, he can interrupt it pretty well. But this is a really good hand. As I mentioned, you need a fast land or shock land and a fetch. That's the key. Of my testing, just remember that. If you got that going for you, it's very nice. So he's almost certainly going to take our boy here, our girl. So we don't have a rack. That's one thing. But this hand is pretty good against him. He's probably going over his game plan now and realizing I have answers to a couple of his threats as well as discard. So he's thinking like, damn, this guy's got black deck also, and his are cooler. He got Wrenn and Six. What the fuck? Okay, so our land situation got much less painful. But again, you want to plan for them for Wrenn and Six. So I'm going to have to shock myself here. Because I want to get this initial Raven's Crime off. Maybe that's not worth it. Maybe you just fetch, pass. The smallpox seems less game breaking or less surprising when they see it, but it still hurts. It's like, yeah, he knows I have smallpox. Maybe he's low on land. That's probably it too. Let's see. Drop a creature. No, he's got another discard. No, he doesn't want to. Okay. Oh, another land. I might just overload this. I might just smallpox. Nah, double ravens is where it's at. Whew, a lot of options here. So if we were going to overload this mine rake, we would probably dump. We're going to have to play land and probably dump the 2 land. That's risky. We got the smallpox. If we play the smallpox, cast it. It's not there yet. This isn't a good deck to do it against. If this was like blue-white control, I might. Smallpox loses its potential there, though. Probably got a Chittering Rats again. Ooh, Siphon Life is good. Yeah, Siphon Life actually does pretty good against us. Solid. I like it. Well, we're just going to hit him with a direct Mind Rag to the face. We're in trouble, though. He's got Siphon Life. So we're probably going to die just to this. Every turn, he can basically life drain us for 2. So unless we get our clock down ASAP, we're dead as fuck. Siphon Life is a great card. I like it. In a matchup like this, we've certainly considered it. Actually, in the Wrenn and Six list, we've considered it more than others. Did you not see my smallpox, dude? Yeah, you did, right? I feel like we should Lily Edict here. Just smallpox is obviously pretty strong. Smallpox takes him off the siphon life clock, which I like. God, all these cards are good though. I'm going to keep a card in my hand in case he has Wrench Mine. That's why I'm not playing the Urborg. Yeah, I thought about that Poxin, but I think if I can wait and Pox this turn, it'll be way better with Lily actually already down. Poxing there makes me less than 3 mana. Okay. Good. So if we draw another land, we're still in trouble. There goes Pox. But we could at least sacrifice the Nurturing Peatland to activate the Revolt on Fatal Push. Now we just need a rack. Oh, Colgan's will work. Do we need to do any of this? I can't really get... I was thinking of trying to get some draw step value off this. I can't. Well, I guess I can make them... We each discard the tomb. Okay, I can actually. Sorry. So we each discard... Okay, and draw step, I have a stop. Okay. So my draw step, I'm going to drop his card and kill this creature, in theory. So hopefully it's not an instant. I mean, yeah. So we got a removal, but it was a card. Oh, beautiful. Where you been all my life, Wrenn? Red, green. I talked about the mana base in the beginning. It's perfectly solid. It's just costly on your life. We got 14 green, 14 red sources, so we got a 92.4% chance on turn 2 to cast Wrenn. So that's really solid. I'm going to just loop this land here with Lily because I want to get her up so her Edict is good next turn. So I can't do any shenanigans with this Nurturing Peatland yet. So I'm just using Wrenn to grab a land just to get an extra card to pitch to Lily. So this is the subtle synergy between Wrenn and Lily. Just, I got a card, Fatal Push, and I don't want to discard it. So land as protection to your own discard. So we redid the mana base from the videos in August. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you probably saw videos of Wrenn and Six when it first came out in August. So it's now December. See the hat? December 23rd, actually. So we redid the Wrenn and Six list at the start of December, and we focused on mana base. Didn't try to get too many shenanigans. It's basically just 8 rack with Wrenn and Six. And then we added a Culligan's we feel is just super strong in a lot of matchups. Like this one, you wouldn't think it's a great card in this matchup. But it just worked out. In general, 2 damage and making someone draw step discard is nice. Any deck that has an artifact, then it's super nice. But I'm a big fan of Culligan's. So same thing, we're going to do it again. We're going to protect. We're going to keep Lily ult potential going. Wrenn up, Lily up. Pass turn, draw step, discard, ping 2. It's the way to protect this Culligans, or else it would have done nothing. Now it's at least making him discard and pinging 2. And plus this rage inducing, which of course 8-rack people love, usually makes people quit when they draw step discard. GG, GG. Lily and Wrenn, one of my girls. That draw step discard, boy, I'll make people rage. Hope you guys are doing good. It's time for some more coffee, I think. We should keep jamming. I mean, the whole point is just play games against different lists. Make sure it's feeling good. Again, you want to hit... We got some more people here real quick. What's up to all 17 of y'all? So, just real quick, talking about the mana base. So, you want to cast Wrenn and Six on turn 2. Okay. So, if you go to, like, the article on hypergeometric land distribution and probabilities, listen, I'll show you what we got here. Everything's a black source, so everything's black. Forget that. Out the window, everything's black. The Urborg's here for life loss, so forget about black. That's why. Where we're talking about, we got 9 fetches. 9. Everything's black, so the fetches don't matter as long as they're black. In paper, I have Verdant Catacombs and Marsh Flats. So you got 9 fetches, and you got 5 red-black, 5 green-black. All right? So in red, you got basic fast lands, black cleave, and then the shock lands. Same thing. You got the fast lands, you got the shock lands in green, but instead of 3 fast lands, you take advantage of nurturing peatland. That's where we came to that conclusion. But still, you got 14 green sources, 14 red sources, which hits you a green-red on turn 2 over 92% of the time. So
6 demon bags. Sensational. What's in it, sensational. What's in it, egg?
Rikadol, appreciate it, man. Hell yeah. Sub for the day. Merry Christmas or happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. That's awesome. Appreciate it. So with the land though, so we got a super high chance of hitting it.
What's in it, sensational. What's in it, egg?
We got a train going. Mackie, my man. So y'all should peep out Mackie's. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, Reek. Well, welcome to Kruger and keep on going. And Mackie streams also, so you guys should peep his stream out. Fellow 8-racker. But you guys should all come by the Discord and hang out, especially over the holidays. It's fun to have more friends and family. So that's where we're at with the lands. We got 9 fetches and then 5 of each red and green, and everything's black. So it hits 14, so it's a good chance. The problem is that it hurts. It's painful as hell because you got to fetch shock basically twice. So ideally, the ideal hand is 1 fetch, because you need a fetch for Wrenn, or else you're not getting max value. It's okay, because you're going to get a land in the yard from one way or another, either from your own Smallpox, your Lily discard, a Raven's Crime. You're going to pitch a land one way or another. But ideally, turn 1 or 2, you got a fetch in play, and then one of these other lands. So fetch, and then like a Black Cleaves. Fetch, and a Blooming Marsh. Perfect start. And then your land is not a problem, because once Wrenn ticks once, you either get back the fast land, and you're there, your money. All right, well, hey, appreciate that. I'm gonna grab some more coffee, and we're gonna jam some more games. If you got any questions about the list or whatever, just post them here. I'll be right back. Do apostrophe deck list actually, so then you can see it. I think I have a be right back. All right.
Six demon bags. Sensational. What's in it, egg? What's in it, egg?
What up, what up? Sorry for the break. Hat looking. Alright, let's run it back. Definitely getting a feel for how to run the deck properly. Like what I was just explaining with those fetch lands is pretty key. It's nice to be able to look at a hand and know, okay, my land is going to be decent. So that's a good rule of thumb, just the fetch and the shock. Okay. So this mana base is solid for Wrenn. Now, this is just a general 8-rack thing. If you have Smallpox in hand, you really should count it as... You should take another card away. So by having Smallpox, this Bloodstained Mire is basically out of the picture. So now I'm looking at this 6-card hand, and it's pretty good. So that's why I kept no problem. Oh, man. Ouch. Guess we take the Hawk, so it's just one less. I've played this match a few times. Okay, we really need to draw a Wrenn. I guess Martyr could be good. Jeez, that's probably very wrong, but I don't want the guy to quit. If this was a ranked match, I would have taken more time thinking about it. My thought process is I'll be able to get the Ranger out of his hand before he gets 4 mana. If he heals off the Martyr big time, that's fine to get around. We have doesn't have a lot of lands. Probably just Smallpox here. Could follow it up pretty decent. Fetch a swamp. Smallpox. Sack a swamp. Pitch a delta. That's risky. Aw. You didn't want to play it out. We won't count that as a win, but it's nice when you can make a Martyr player rage out. They're Martyr proc. We won't count that as a win, but y'all saw it. Well, you should start... Oh, Tron. So this deck fits the criteria of our land. Don't want 2 fatal pushes versus Tron, but hey, we got a sideboard for that. Call against is good. So we definitely need a Blood Crypt here to complement this Nurturing Peatland. Hopefully we can hit something with this Inquisition. Okay. Definitely Sylvan Scrying. So he's got Big Karn. Okay. So as many of you know, Tron is one of the boogeymen for Rack in general, one of the worst matchups. But different variations of ARAC do well. And of course you can always adjust your sideboard and mainboard to beat Tron. Delirium Skeins, Pithing Needle, Walker Removal, Fulminator Mage, Field of Ruin. All those cards are pretty solid against them. Surgical. So we got to keep him off natural Tron. Link your link in Discord. Which link do you want me to link? My link. It's just Twitch Puff Trees. Wow, painful. Kroby, what up? I saw you playing Eve. You play Eve? I used to play the hell out of Eve. A lot of us did. Haywood, what up, man? You made it too. You guys joined us in time for me to battle against Tron. Not great. If we keep him off natural Tron, we're in a decent spot. I don't think the life's gonna matter versus Tron. We'll just play it. It's Green Tron. It's not Eldrazi Tron. We actually do decent versus Eldrazi Tron. Green Tron's kind of annoying. Oh, he really pulled it. We're just gonna quit, I think. Yeah. We have any answer for Karn here? We got his scrying, but he still pulled it. No, just do it. It's okay. So the sideboard is for. So Pithing Needle is certainly good. Big fan of Fulminator, obviously, and Culligans. I think we bring in the Abrupt Decay also. Push is out. Inquisition. Probably trim a single rack here. Now it's Wrenn and 7. All right, let's do it. This is good. I wish I could play this guy like 10 times in a row. This should be probably one of our hardest matchups. But we weren't in a terrible spot that time. We're gonna go first. It's pretty slow hands, but we do have a Fulminator and we have Lily, so I could see many hands being way worse than this. So let's just pray for some hot draws here. Okay. Well, we have a lot of stuff that gets around it, and we don't have any direct fire for it now, so hey, fuck it. Might not be the worst. It would have been a lot better if he mulliganed hard for that, though. I think it's because you guys showed up. They wanted to be a little tough on me here. It's alright. We curve into Fulminator Mage. Boom. Slow him down. Right into Lily. Slow him down. Culligans. Hit him. He's got a Urza's Mine. The problem with the Leyline of Sanctity is we cannot see his hand. So we know 1 of 7 cards right now. We know 0 of 6. Yeah, if someone asked in Facebook the other day, how would you hedge to beat Tron? And I told him, well, first you need to decide which Tron. Wow, if we can draw another land here, we'd be in position. Be doing something. We can't small box here, go down to 1 land. We got a handful of 3 drops. We have to curve into a 3 land here. But back to that question, like, how would you beat 8 rack versus Tron? I said, you know, I posted just versus green Tron, red black. Certainly, I would say. Blood Moons. Red black with Blood Moons, and then other good stuff versus Tron, like I mentioned earlier. Culligan's is really good.
Chinese black magic.
Dark Angel. Well, that was a good show. Appreciate the follow, man. Welcome to the party. We got turn 3 natural Tron last game, even with 1 interruption. Into Karn, obviously. Ooh, okay. The Blast Zone is super annoying. But Tron is even more annoying, right? Oh, no. It's alright. Due for L up there. Maybe the keep was just a little too... probably the keep was bad. That 7 was rough. If we had a 6 with a Wrenn or early interaction. We had a 7 with good 3 drops, but in hindsight, the chance of getting all 3 of those off. EBC. Welcome to the party. Just in time for a Tron match. Oh man, 1 more land would have been lovely. Sorry, hopefully this guy rejoins the practice room. I'd love to play him again. If we would have hit a land there, we might have had a better shot at that. We give it to him. Tron is tough. I think the lesson learned from that, especially you guys watching this in the VOD, that keep on game 2, just not what we wanted, really. It had the Fulminator and had Culligans and Lily, but you really need to curve. Really needed a 1, 2, 3. So it was just a bad keep. Probably would have lost anyways because he had the Leyline of Sanctity. So when does Tron run Leyline of Sanctity? Is that new? That's a lot of the cards you bring in against Tron are like smallpox stuff that doesn't target him anyways. I mean, or just the cards you have like Mind Rake. Yeah, that was Really? That's crazy. Okay. What deck making them do that? It's not us, obviously. That's tough. We'll have to learn to play against that. Kind of want to keep both unless we're up against in case we're up against a discard deck. But let's just play it smart, play it normally. This is a solid 6. So we have the double fetch here, so we're going to have to hurt ourselves pretty bad to get Wrenn down. But that's currently the plan. I was going to say, if his deck's all red, then we might have to change the plans. Take the Swift Spear, bait him into casting a Soul Scar, probably push it. Gonna have to wait on the Wrenn. Trying to reduce the amount of damage, and we just shocked ourselves in fetch, so this is gonna be a rough one. If we get the Wrenn in play, it's basically guaranteed to die. We could get a land back, though. That's pretty good. Saves us 4 life. That's also really good. Maybe we just Wrenn here. We'd have to shock, though. That's why we're not. It's because we'd have to shock. A lot of options here. I don't want him to leave because of speed. I was planning just a fatal push and then fetch next turn for this. I think we'll be too dead, though. Probably could have just played Wrenn. Ooh, Lava Spike and Killing Fiend. Smallpox certainly slows him down because he's only got a turn to cast that. Perhaps now we just Smallpox, discard the other Smallpox, cast Wrenn the following turn. Versus just getting Wrenn out now. I'm only getting Wrenn now and then double Smallpoxing. Yeah, he'll probably Killing Fiend next turn. Okay, we're going to go with this route. A lot of options here. If this was a ranked match, we could take 5 minutes on this, but we just practicing. We got to get good at finding these lines. Burn is a tough matchup, and this is like that new, the new aggressive versions that are in Modern. So I'm guessing he plays the Killing Fiend next turn. That'd be ideal. Okay. And then he just Lava Spikes me. Oh, we can maybe... Is there any chance we can double Smallpox next turn? Oh, it gains haste. Did not see that coming. Wow, did not see that coming. Okay. Alrighty. Well, we need a rack for one. Well, at least we can make them hellbent here. EBC! Hell yeah. Appreciate the sub, guys. Urgency backup cute. Welcome back to the party. Thanks, Frank, for gifting out some subs. Appreciate EBC for hitting me with it. I guess we play the cliffs here. So he's hellbent, we're at 5. It's the Christmas, it's the hat. I gotta get my, there we go. I'm worried if I, rake him here. He's probably got an instant, but God, we need a win con. God, where's the rack? Let's just try to get him to leave. That was terrible sequencing, but I think my best way of winning here is to make his life just make him hate himself. Oh, of course. The one thing I have to avoid is Swift Spear. GG. Sorry, we got game 2 and 3 for this guy. Another smallpox would be funny. Don't have a ton verse red. Okay, let's go to game 2. We held out 7 turns there, which means we could have gotten maybe 3 tricks of a rack. Not enough to win there, though, for sure. Plague doesn't seem like a bad blocker. Seems fine. We usually have a pretty good game versus Burn, you know. Just gotta get our rack down. All right. We could have maybe that game taken the light up the stage from the first turn and then maybe used the push, got his creature push, and then just smallpox turn 2 no matter what. Just said fuck it. Well, looks like game 1's a smallpox. You guys have seen this. We've gotten 3 smallpox the past like 5 games in a row. I'm keeping it. Kind of need a rack though, so. We need another land so bad. He's got 2 mountains. This is basically, how many small packs do I have? How many small boxes do I have? You know, I knew it. It's so funny. I was like, the fetch strat. I was like, you know, you have to fetch to predict having Wrenn and Six. And I was like, but the chance of me getting them this time. So it's just, I'm not practicing what I preach and exactly what happened. Because it's tough against Burn because I would have had to fetch an extra 2 life away. But pulling a Wrenn right now would be great. So we're just going to have to wait and hope we get lucky again. So this is why we're in practice. This is what we're learning. Hope you guys could see. If we had fetched properly, we'd be at 14. But we'd have Wrenn and Six out right now. So I made an active decision to save life and just get it. And thinking, okay, there's a higher chance I'm going to draw any other land. Oh, it would be great. We would be able to just keep smallpox in. So if we had done this properly, it would have been the perfect game because we would have Wrenn and Six down, and we'd be able to just smallpox twice in a row without really any problem. Now we have to wait and just die. So it happens. It's part of the learning pains. At this point, the Wrenn is too slow. This is me basically giving up right here. Oh, this would have been such a beautiful hand. I'm just disappointed that I didn't get to demonstrate the power. Because we would have been able to just cycle smallpox. It's like the most beautiful thing. We got to go down to 5. Is it worth it? All right. We can survive a turn at 1 life here. If we can dodge it here, we can smallpox them. Oh, I got it. It's alright. We didn't deserve that one. That's a good learning pain type of game. We should have just played to win early, and we would have won by a lot. No, it just at the start when I fetched that swamp, I made a tough decision early, and it was definitely wrong. Well, it turned out wrong. Definitely. All right, we can keep. We got the Wrenn and 6 mana, and we got enough to hold them off. I like a push, but slivers. All slivers have sliver creatures you control. They're both 2-drops. This one seems more annoying. One of them's a lord. One of them is some type of combat trick one. All right, so the plan is going to be to stick some of these racks. He's running black. I don't think he runs too many, but he probably runs maybe a play set of discard. So we could go with the double ravens. That's probably what we'll do. No, looks like it's a Wrenn and 6 ping. All right, perfect. Well, the game was testing me, making sure I was trusting my faith here. Okay, our boy Wrenn coming through with his sweet minus ability. In 8-rack, your turn 2 removal is basically smallpox. And then you additionally sometimes have collective brutality. And then even less so, I mean, you don't really have a lot that does would be Liliana's triumph. But you don't have too much in the removal of 2-drop. So Wrenn really is nice in that regard. Okay. So I can't actually play Lily this turn because I can bring this up. So I think that's what we're going to do. Just get Lily down, get more permanents down. And with the Baron Moore Wrenn and 6 synergy is awesome. Actually, we'll probably just pitch the Baron because I'm more worried about getting the extra discard tick. You could either do it either Raven or Barons here, and I was going to do Ravens, but I really want to hit him hard on his hand next turn and just end it. And we'll be able to continue cycling the Baron, obviously. It's just what you do first. Do you get the discard first, or do you get the draw first? And we got racks. We just want to hit him with discard. So Wrenn saved a pretty poor mana hand there. And since he was able to pull the fetch back, it made casting Lily doable. Okay. Be nice to get him hellbent. So I can do that with a rack and a Lily. Pull the land back and then draw step call against him. Okay, so this is a play I never would have seen earlier, but I think okay. Lily, Ravens. Yeah. So I wouldn't have seen this before. We're going to keep his tokens alive. I don't think that's bad. Okay, let me just rethink this out. We're going to discard Wrenn. Ravens. Ping, discard. Okay, yeah. Now he's hellbent, and in a draw step, we're going to kill one of these slivers and get him discarding. And since it's only one sliver, that's why the one ping is not a huge threat to any of these walkers. Oops. So you never should have done this. I did it just because I'm playing fast. But I should have kept that a fetch. Because if anything, this gives him a tell that I'm doing something with it versus potentially shocking with it the following turn. It's just, it doesn't matter because he's hellbent. It's not affecting him, but it's good to know. Okay. So we're going to discard ping. So as long as he doesn't have a wrench mine or a mine rake, we'll be able to double rack next turn and then just win. Worried about Lily ult. That's reasonable. Instead of cycling since he's hellbent, I'm just going to go ahead and keep Lily up. He was worried about Lily. So I think Death Shadow might be a really good card to bring in versus the burn matchups. Because we really hurt ourselves a lot. So compared to Classic 8 Rack. In Classic 8 Rack, Death Shadow is one of the best cards versus aggro. You typically use Collective Brutality instead. Pretty annoying. He's hellbent. Let's just kill both. Yeah, I think Death Shadow's going in the sideboard. We need something versus burn. Maybe even one. So you can see how the tokens going wide is certainly an issue game one. That's why we switched Bontus for Plague Engineers. If these Hive Stirrings were Lingering Souls, this match would be much closer. I still think we win. But against this Sliver deck, it's less of an issue. If we draw a rack, it's over. Culligan's Command would do it. Oh, Wrenn and Six will do it. So ping with Wrenn. Red and green. Ping with Wrenn. Okay. Oh, sorry. Family drama this close to Christmas. Tensions are high. All right, we got him. So definitely we'll bring in the Plague Engineers, push and Bantus. Ravens, Inquisition, probably where we're going to go. Can actually dump a swamp with dumping 2 Ravens. So that's just not a terrible thought. Hell yeah. This deck feels great. If I had done what I have been trained to do against that burn deck and just gotten Wrenn down, expected the top deck, it would have been feeling good. Feeling great. But in general, it's been feeling really good. That's why I've shelved all the other racks for now. I won't be playing blue or white or mono black for a while. All right, Chang. So I got 4 of a card in my deck, all right? And there's 60 cards. So I draw 7. So what are the chances that I drew?
Oh my god. Cheater.
I don't think I want 4 Wrenn and 6. I think we have to mulligan this. That was fucking hilarious. We got to keep the fetch. So actually, the Urborg's going. It doesn't matter because Randall hits us the 3 mana, no problem. Wow. You guys gotta let me know how my Santa Hat game is going. Yeah. All right. Dropped the plane, so he's not too worried about his mana. All right, this looks like a repeat. Fetch, Wrenn, ping. It's all good. People don't know that we're so welcoming here in Puffstream, in the 8-rack world. You know, if you play Tron, it's okay. We probably won't like you, but you can still hang out, yeah. We won't pick on you too much. So it looks like Wrenn ping is where we're at here. It's cool to meet up at different events and stuff. But if you're new, I stream pretty much 8-rack, mono black 8-rack in general, but we've been trying to evolve it a bit. Play Legacy Pox. Recently, we've gotten getting back into Pioneer. Play Grixis Control and Pioneer, blue-black Control. And in Modern, we're playing Wrenn and 6 rack now. Wrenn and 7 rack. No, the Sliver is not going to see a Plague Engineer. You know, of all the racks I've played, probably played that one the least. Stuff like Spreading Algae is a great card in that matchup after considering it. As well as the green removal and stuff. But I think you need some more, you need like card advantage, you need some type of engine. I just don't think Loam is good. I guess if you have Loam in it. I feel like just splashing green for like Abrupt Decays or Maelstrom Pulse or any of their creatures, I don't think it gets you where you want to be. That's just been my experience. Of course, I haven't played it, so. But every time I come back to look at all the colors and think about what do I want to splash in 8-rack, that's kind of what happens where I get with. Wait, did I use Wrenn yet? No. Okay. The thought process behind this is like, what card could make 8-rack strong, you know? And it's like, well, how about a 2-mana Planeswalker that gives you a land back and can also ping a creature, a mana dork, you know, which makes Mana dorks are especially annoying against us because we have like smallpox and edict effects. So sometimes an X of 1 is protecting their Gurmag or whatever. So Wrenn, it's just the thought process was, God, it's just a really good card for 8 rack. So we spent a while just trying to make the land work. This guy's in serious trouble though, regardless. Well, not that mana dork. X of 1s that give you mana. Wow, I'm actually out of Swampies. So I'm gonna actually, we might as well just get the clock going here. So let's Marsh Flats. Oh, we can't. The land, the way Wrenn can fix your mana is just so amazing. The fact that we don't need much anyways. If he pulls back like a fast land that you got rid of through a smallpox, that's usually enough. Let's see what our draw is gonna be. You can get a lot going on every turn, like this turn. We were basically going to play land, rack, Wrenn and Six, the nurturing peatland back, get another draw. So we'd have double draw off that. He'd be hellbent, and we'd have a rack. It just gives you a lot of gives you a lot of ways to fuck up though. All right, we've been streaming for a little while. We'll probably just do one more match here. Nice holiday stream. Get a lot of viewers. Appreciate it. A lot of great support today. That's awesome. Thanks for all the follows, and especially my new subs. I'll try to keep the content rolling. We're going to be doing some Pioneer, though, because we have Magic Fest Phoenix, which is Pioneer. So we'll be doing some Pioneer. We're up for brews. So if you have a list. So we're on the draw. We're going to keep. Fox, you the best. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. You mean Pioneer Rack? Oh. Hadn't seen his most recent one. Oh, hell yeah. Congrats, Kirby. That's awesome. Okay. All right, let's get that Wrenn down. We might have to smallpox first. If we draw another land, that would be lovely. This could be our path to beating Burn here. Lots of racks. No mana screwage. Ouch. I think we have to pox here just to stop Killing Fiend from having a bunch of spells go off on us next turn. Oh, you got Bitter Blossom? Hell yeah. That's awesome. Okay. Okay. Party people are with me. Drop a rack in a swamp. One of the subtle things about this that I've learned now after a ton of matches with this deck is that getting a swamp in your graveyard is really nice because you don't have the life loss from Wrenn as you pull him. Usually you have to pull back a fetch. So at best it's usually one unless you have Urborg, you're pinging yourself. But by poxing away a swamp, it's nice. We're in pretty big trouble here though. But I think we identified, we knew it was a weakness. When we built the deck in August, we basically settled on 2 Collective Brutality main board. And that was essentially enabling us to beat burn like 50-50. So this list, we've upped the fetches and we've cut the brutalities. So we're probably like maybe in the 40-60 range versus now, which is not great. But. Lava Dart Killing Fiend, that's a nice combo. You didn't do that last time. That's a big boy. Fatal Push would be nice, huh? No way to get Wrenn down without dying. Alright, good hit. So I think we got to classify this deck different. This is mono red prowess. So this is different than burn. So against mono red prowess, might actually need a decay for some instant speed. Ravens isn't terrible against mono red prowess. Maybe we keep an abrupt in there. Identifies potential weakness as, you know, the meta share between burn and mono red prowess is high enough to consider it. So we may have to work in some life gain here. Okay, you got this. But we're brewing this deck is in development, so that's if you're new and watching, I'm not asking these questions that you could go Google and find the answer to. This is like we're trying to figure it out right now, so you get to see it how it's happening. Oh, really need a push. I think you need a push. Racks and slowing them down though is something. So let's keep it. Against burn with 8 rack in general, you're getting your racks are super key because it's a race. So this hand is decent at having 2 racks. I blew it. I should have definitely played the black leaves. I don't know what I was talking obviously, but hopefully it won't burn us and we don't draw Wrenn and Six here. Okay, so luckily he only has 1 creature. So let's pray he doesn't top deck another creature and we can be okay. Mountain. Pass. Nice prowess. Look at that. Look at burned again. See, this is good. It's the miracle of Christmas. See, and training us. We should have a Wrenn here. But getting both racks down is not terrible. So. It's funny. You always got to play for that. It was the lesson I was trying to teach in the beginning, and I burned myself twice on it. But to be fair, both times was against burn, and both times I'm trying to limit my life lost. This game was really no excuse though. So. Okay, so edicting that is going to be key to victory. So Lily's going to die real easy. But at least she slows him down. The double rack was nice, yeah. What's it going to be? Mauser 24. I appreciate you guys spending your holidays at the stream. It's good chilling. Thanks for hanging out. Try to keep the stream going over the holidays. I'm going to be gone for a few days after Christmas, but it looks like our spooky Halloween music cut off a while ago. You guys ever let me know? Oh, looks like I had the desktop audio kind of muted anyways. All right, creepy music's back. Lily is dead. Yeah, Wrenn and Six Racks was awesome. I got to get it right. I'm the only one really brewing it, so hopefully I got it to the point now where others can pick it up. What happened? Spooked music. It doesn't look like it's coming up on my stream sound. Oh well, we're getting ready to wrap it up. But yeah, if you do guide apostrophe or exclamation point guide, I don't know why I keep saying apostrophe. You can see, keep an eye on this list and where it's going. You need a green source, huh? Fetch. Guess we can wait. Not putting any pressure on us. If we had a Ravens, it would certainly be good. You just did, Frank. This mono red process is might be a tough one for us to deal with. Okay. Oh. We were hoping we could avoid a haster. This is gonna hurt. At least we'll be able to smallpox the next turn. Well, no, he's gonna draw a creature here. He's got so many creatures, the chances of him drawing one are pretty high. If you do apostrophe or exclamation point deck or exclamation point deck list, it should pull up a link. At the end of the stream, I'll go over it again, see if we made any changes. So a green fetch or a fetch would be great. Okay, light up the stage. Not good for old Puff here. No creature. No creature. Come on. Fuck. All right, we're gonna need a little luck here. We're not pulling it. Yeah, red prowess is tough for us. Well, we got him hell bent and under the rack here a little bit. Pitch the tomb, sack the cliffs, pass turn. Actually, we got to play the cliffs, and the chance we draw a green source. So I've made that mistake before too, where because in 8-rack you can hold your lands, but you gotta always be thinking towards Wrenn. So it adds an additional layer of thinking with your fetches, but you always gotta say, what if I draw a Wrenn, or what if I draw a land that lets me cast Wrenn? Fuck! Oh boy. Well, he's got Lava Dart in the graveyard, right? Yeah. So we need a fatal push or we lose. Come on, push. Got 4 of them. Eek! Got no utility lands in yard. It's not even getting us anything. Fuck it. He seems to ignore Wrenn, which is a smart play, so at least if we do pull a Baron, we can get a double draw of it. He's going to be able to triple Lava Dart. That's 9. Plus 3 is 12. Oh, it's GG. GG. Let's get another game in. Okay, wow. Mono red prowess is tough for us. So, but again, 1 push away there. So it's not like it's unbeatable. We got the setup. Our board is not helping us. Bantus, I guess we probably should bring it in. We only have 1. But yeah, bring in the Bantus. Yeah, did we bring in the decay there? I think maybe we need... Yeah, we did, right? We just didn't draw a push or a decay. We just drew 1 smallpox. Yeah, I mean, we have so little removal. She's still solid in that match. It's all good. So we lost to Green Tron and we drew like butt, and then we lost to Prowess twice. Let's hope we can run into him again. But that's why we're testing. We want to see how this deck. It's running good. I'd say it's ready to take to any FNM or whatever. You can beat a lot of stuff, especially if you tweak it for your local meta. If you have burn, like of your 10 people, 20 people, there's 3 burn players. This is Frank's kind of hand. Got to keep it. And we're keeping some loose stuff just to see how things work out. So it's all part of learning. We'll care a lot more once we're in a league. We'll be a lot more focused. But when you're in a league, people don't just scoop if you're thinking too much. So I have to kind of play quick. And if you notice, in a league, I really try to think out a lot of different plays. Well, in order to save as much life as we can, we have to bypass the Wrenn and Six strat. This is classic burn here. And then next turn, we're going to smallpox. Yeah, I mean, you got 4 fatals. The problem with burn is that all there is are creature and prowess. is that they're all exit 2s like this. Yeah. So Wrenn doesn't, his minus is essentially nothing. Culligans, though, is good. Maybe we need another Culligans. Thoughtseize. Yeah, Brutality's nice. I just can't fit it. It's like maybe the 20th card in the sideboard right now. Now, I must say, the white-black rack was a lot of fun against Burn with Kaya's and everything. You basically put a hurting on them. This is perfect, though. This is the type of testing we want to have. The last stream with the old version was targeted testing against Burn. And we basically settled that we needed the Brutality's main board. I would have to drop, like, Mind Rake, though. And oof, that's tough. Maybe that's a necessary evil here. All right, Mr. Burn. So this is classic Burn. Let's try Culligan's push. Just for the 2 Thoughtseize, I guess. Let's just try that. Keep it more simple. Do we need more something to go wide? Yeah. Fulminator's not bad, actually. All right, Crowy, hope you feel better. Sorry to hear. Yeah, I don't think we need to go too many 3-drops, but got enough. Happy holiday. Not missing too much. Just probably going to end it. Been a blast, though. I appreciate all the support, guys. It's been a lot of fun hanging. Can a brother get a fatal push? Probably should just pass there. I think the fetch, we learned when we were doing the target testing, that 2 life, it might not matter, but I think you just pass there. Overgrown Tomb, pass. He obviously has another creature. So we'll see if that 2 life matters. Let's keep a track of that as part of this testing. We're dead as fuck. Let's go ahead and fetch again and kill ourselves. But we've identified a weakness, really. We knew it was a weakness, the pain of this deck. We hadn't actually played Burn targeted enough. We really going to need to bring in Brutality to beat Burn. And with Wrenn, you can really escalate the Brutality. So when we were testing before, the double, just 2 Brutalities was enough to basically make it a gimme match. Maybe we got to go back to that. Okay, so we'd be at 14, and he'd have another Goblin Guide he could fire off here. Well, we got to push. Wow, kill Wrenn, huh? Surprising. He's got a lot of gas in his hand. We're probably just donezo. Fetch a swamp, Lily, Edict, pass. Fulminator, he's kind of hurting for mana too. See if it saves some life. If he attacks Lily now, that's even better. He'll probably just bolt her or something. Oh, hell yeah. Happy birthday, Andrew. Awesome, man. Christmas baby. Hell yeah. Happy, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, all that. Sorry, I've had some, tough matches here against, I guess, my new worst matchup, but it's a popular deck, so. Okay. Well, now we have a smallpox. Okay. Let's try to do some shenanigans here. Wrenn and Six, pull the land back, smallpox. What do we discard, though? There's a lot of thought process here. It's pretty good. Maybe we hold the smallpox and just push this turn? He obviously doesn't like Wrenn. What the hell is that, Frank? I don't know what you just typed, but sounds like some crazy shit. He's got 4 cards in hand. I obviously wanted to kill Wrenn pretty hard. Can we afford to wait? I don't know. I hate to discard the Fulminator, but it's in the future the only push is better protection. It was basically a risk doing that order, hoping that he doesn't kill Wrenn somehow. So our initial play to shock actually worked out. We got a Ravenscrown in the yard too, so Core Firewalker, light up the stage, smash smithereens. Protection from red. Okay. So let's light up the stage and then discard, smash smithereens. Let's get that Ravenscrown loop going, boys. God, we need a rack. We went up to 7, huh? Oh, beautiful. Okay. So let's cycle this bad boy. We're going to make him hellbent first, though. So we're not going to start the Baron Moore shenanigans until next turn. But let's see. Maybe we can do double Wrenn. We pull land back. Alright, stay with me, camera guy. Pull land back, untap land, swamp. Play a swamp. Wrenn and Six back another land and Raven's Crime. Okay. This is a way we can get an advantage on a land. We could even get the polluted delta if we wanted. We're losing our chance to get him hellbent here, but... I mean, we're losing our chance to keep a push up, but I think it's better just to do all this. Even if he's got an instant. We knew it was smashed to smithereens, but even if he had an instant. So that was a convoluted way to get a card advantage and keep Wrenn up. By getting 2 lands back from 2 different Wrens. God, we need a win condition. Well, we should be able to start digging for him now. Okay. Rack 1. Let's get the Barrymore. Cycle this Barrymore. There we go. So we got some extra card draws and pulled us what we wanted. Okay, it's close. It's going to be close. Hopefully he draws a creature and not direct burn. So we got dodge 6 damage of direct burn. You guys with me? You crossing your fingers here or what? I need some Christmas spirit, Christmas energy. Fuck! Not what we needed. Ouch. You guys did not cross your fingers enough, I must say. It's a tough matchup. We'll get there. It's part of learning. If once we shore up burn, I mean, we've been whooping everything else. Burn's pretty common, so. Okay. Got a wing con. Dodge this bolt, baby. God, we're catching the pushes now. None of his stuff is 3 mana, so. GG! Okay, burn is tough. Close to the lock. Not quite. All right, we're going to wrap it up there. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's look at the list. Obviously, we need some help versus burn. So, question is whether do we want... Yeah, GG's. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Do we want Death Shadows? Or do we want Brutalities? Brutality is super nice versus Prowess. So yeah, it has an edge right now. Death Shadow is a little loose. So the 2 Brutalities, geez, we pretty much got to get these main board to beat burn consistent. Okay, give us something to think about. Hell yeah, homies. You guys have a nice, probably won't be streaming till after Christmas. Don't think I'll stream tomorrow. Maybe, though. Keep an eye out. Bonus. Merry Christmas. Keep brewing. You guys have a good one. And catch you later. So thanks for watching. Appreciate new subs. Mackie, appreciate it. Let us know when you stream so we can come tune in there. Any other questions? I'm about to wrap it up. Peace out, peeps. Thanks for watching.